Alright, so just another deck profile here for Kashtira GateGuardian. This one's going to be a silly one because not all cards are actually in TCG style. It's some of them are Japanese, so OCG. But it's just me and my buddy who mainly plays, and I just wanted to try it out first before I actually buy all of the expensive ones, which as of right now they're going down in price. But I still like playing the Kashtira part. I really like the GateGuardians, but on their own, it's just it needs more. The support are really great, but it definitely needs a little bit more there. So I'm gonna go over it real quick just to have a reference. Now, in terms of the GateGuardian part, obviously you need the three pieces. Now they're kind of brick, but also kind of not at the same time, just because they also have their effect where it's kind of like a not necessarily a floater, but you if they try to attack it during damage calculation, you can make it 0. So it's kind of like a really good defense wall, shadow wall, if you want to say it. Sanga, Thunder, Suijin, Kazajin. In this version, you only really need one of each, because even if they do get banished, you can bring it back. So that's the main part there. And then to get the pieces together, you need the Shadow Ghoul of the Labyrinth. Discarding it by adding the field spell, which the field spell is not once per turn, so as long as you can keep generating the field spell, terraforming, set rotation, pseudo space even, which you guys will see here in a second, you can keep utilizing it to keep bringing back the Kasujin, Suijin, and Sanga of the Thunder. So those are the field spell searchers, and then Labyrinth Heavy Tank, which is awesome that it's a level 7 because it does help out with the Kashtira part. You can rank into it. It can attack the turn it's summoned, and if you do have the field spell, and let's say you're going second, when you place a one of the pieces onto your spell and trap zone, you can pop a monster. So that part is actually really helpful too. And then on the Kashtira part, this is the part where it's Japanese. I do have the English copy of Unicorn because I love Unicorn. But while being able to play like multiple decks, I don't want to keep switching it. But anyways, we have the super rare Unicorn, which is super cheap as well, and I just wanted to be able to play it. To be able to search the birth and the theosis, so you can generate your Kashtira play. With that, also the rare Fenrir. We can say it's Fenrir. Sorry, dad jokes. So this just utilizes the whole Kashtira play, which I'm sure you guys are already familiar with. And then on top of that will be the Rice Heart, the Kashtira Scarecrow, and the Kashtira Ogre to be able to search the trap card, generating again that Kashtira play. But so far, that is pretty much it on the Kashtira. It's very, very consistent, so that's all you really need. And then for the hand traps, I just played the Ash Blossom and the Mourner, just because they don't have to go to the graveyard. So if you have the Kashtira or Rice Heart, that wouldn't stop you from being able to play it. And also the fact that it's level 3 and then the Kashtiras are level 7, this gives you access to being able to play Baronne. Also Baronne being able to shuffle itself back to the extra deck and then summon in one of your level 9 or lower monster helps out a lot too. In terms of the spell, we have the Birth. Really love this card. Outside of this build and this version, I've been utilizing Kashtira Unicorn and one copy of Birth in a lot of different decks as well. Being able to have a Unicorn as a monster, as an extra monster, being able to search Birth. If you link it off Synchro, you can bring it back with Birth as well. And if you have a Kashtira monster and then Birth's face up, if they activate a spell, you can pretty much DD Crow three cards from their graveyard. Really awesome. On top of that, the Theosis, which in TCG it's a secret rare and expensive, and OCG has it common, so why not play it? And then again, it's just me and my buddy who plays mostly. So yeah. The field spell, there's a huge amount of field spell here, so we're utilizing terraforming and set rotation to get a lot of copy of the Labyrinth wall and get your starter, which is the primitive planet something. I have it in Japanese, so I forgot. The one that searches Kashtira, which is we have the field spell here, The wall shadow, again, it's not once per turn, so if you activate one, put a piece on the spell and trap zone, you activate a second one, you can put another piece on your spell and trap zone. And then for the Kashtira part, we have that field spell for them. And then this is something that I have been playing. So this is not necessarily for the Kashtira, this is mainly for the Labyrinth Wall. If you activate Labyrinth Wall, put a spell and trap in there, put the pseudo space replacing this is going to go to the graveyard. You can activate pseudo space, banish this, and then this becomes Labyrinth Wall. So now you can copy it for that turn. So now you have just another copy. It's basically a fourth copy of pseudo space, but with set rotation and terraforming and set rotation, you have multiple copies. So you can get that GateGuardian combo going. So yep, that's the field spell. Quite a bit of them. That's why we play terraforming and set rotation. And then I do play double thrust and a talent, just so you can get either the terraforming, some of these spells and trap like Theosis. I'm just a big fan of thrust as of right now, so I like playing it and testing it out. Outside of that, you can also grab the Harpy's Feather Duster. You can grab the Kashtira Big Bang, which we'll get into that because you mostly don't really add this off of thrust. You use it with the Kashtira, but for the last spell, it's a Duster. And then for the trap, we have the two Kashtira trap, which is the preparations and the Big Bang. Really helps out. I did just add the preparation and the ogre, which against any trap based deck, it's really helpful. And then the last 6 cards would be triple evenly match and triple impermanence, which is this is most likely going to be replaced because it sucks against like trap tricks. It's not as good as it is right now, I feel, but the evenly match is amazing here, not only as a board breaker, but also the fact that it banishes face down. So it helps out on that part where when you make Diablosis, it banishes a whole lot more. And then for the extra deck, it's very, very simple. You just have the one combination because, again, it's mainly the Kashtira part that shows up a lot. This is more like a support, but when it does show up, it generates a really, really amazing board. One of the ones that can change your attack to 0 up to twice per turn, once per chain though. And then one searcher, and then this is the biggest part, is the negate spell and trap. So mainly what I'm accomplishing with this deck is being able to build the Kashtira board with this guy, so I can have the spell and trap negate. So that's the Kashtira or the GateGuardian part. In terms of the Kashtira part, which is a bunch of rank 7s, we have the double Rice Heart, double Shang Ira, and then double Mind Hacker. Just being able to knock a couple of things out of their extra deck, being able to get rid of like some of their problem solving cards, which like zoos and other things it's pretty amazing. And then we have double Big Eye because it's amazing to be able to take your opponent's monster and just attack him with it. I loved Big Eye ever since it came out. And then the last ones are the Dark Arm, because it actually does help with banishing a card from your graveyard. Outside of being able to destroy one card in your opponent's side of the field, banishing it, you can banish the Theosis, and then Theosis will trigger, or you can banish Big Bang, and then Big Bang will trigger as well. And then the last one would be Baron, just because you do have a bunch of level 7s here, and then the level 3 tuners, which is also a hand trap, so it utilizes that, and you can make Baron. And if you already used it to negate, you can shuffle it back, and then bring back one of your Unicorn or Fenrir to start the combo all over again. But yep, that is the deck. If you guys want to try it out and then have like the English actual copy of it instead of the Japanese, feel free to. But if you're just playing with friends and you guys are fine with OCG cards, it's a lot cheaper that way.